Streeteducation, Moorlionz and Men's presents community talks. Subjects that we want to talk about and raise Corona, Black Lives Matter, and what's being done for the black youth in the community in England and the UK.
Yeah.
So let's start with Corona. How do you feel about Corona? How does it affect you?
Corona, yeah. Corona, I think Corona was done. No, it wasn't done, but like they used it as an advantage. Of course, you had the pension crisis that was going on earlier, but it's like if you see, the main people was affected was the old people, and once their man are gone, there's no more pension crisis. So I feel like that's why they're not trying to protect the people as much as they could, because they know there's an advantage to people dying in this country. For me, I don't like to be ignorant or anything, but I don't think that Corona is like. I feel like Corona is just a set-up thing. Like I feel like the government is using it to try and force their like hand on us in a sense as a country. I feel like they're just using it as a way to just pressure the society, especially the ones that are not as developed or not as financially capable. Like a lot of people lost their jobs and a lot of people are still rich, you feel me? And I don't think they're doing enough for everybody and they're only doing enough for one section, you feel me? I feel like it's another form of oppression, you get me?
To be honest, I couldn't care about it. It seems fake to me, I'm not gonna lie. Not that it's not fake, it's just the thing of I can't see one person that's got to get it. Like I still gotta take precautions, but yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
nothing big.
They're saying, oh, symptoms of coughing and sneezing. You do that every day. So what? You're telling me people have had corona from what? Way back. It makes sense. And then same with the face masks all of a sudden now towards the end of lockdown, when you should have been doing that at the beginning.
Exactly. You don't really see that many people wear face masks anymore. Like, it's just
Okay, I like that. It don't really affect you. You just don't.
Yeah, it's not been taken seriously. You'd have thought the government, yeah, they're supposed to lead by example when it's like children. Yeah, man.
Let's start with Corona. How do you feel about Corona?
I don't know how to feel about Corona. I've got a lot of opinions on it, and I just think it's another way of just killing off the population. So anybody of ethnic background that goes into hospital or being killed off is being classified as being Corona. I'm not being funny, but people die more from the common flu. Right? This Corona thing, but everything, all the deaths recently have all been put down to Corona. So really, truly, it's all a conspiracy. I'm not saying there's no Corona. It's not as bad as what it's been made out. It's a way to make us all, put us all in our places, and keep us all.
How does the Corona affect you?
It doesn't really. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't let it affect me. I've not let it affect me. I've got a little one in hospital, so the only thing that's affected is my kids can't go and visit their own sibling in hospital at the moment. That is a massive thing, I guess, for the kids. For myself, I haven't let it affect me.
So, like, as you see, you can see a lot of people walking around with masks and stuff.
Yeah.
And they ask you to put a lot of sanitizer on your hands when you go to places. But have you seen any beer gardens or pubs lately? Because I mean, you can go for food, and when you walk in those places, you don't have to have a mask on because they're eating food. The seats are not 2 meters like they claim. So, how is it one rule for one?
I don't know, but they've shut down. If you know, but right at the moment, they've locked down a lot of Asian areas, yeah. Right, and beautician shops. I was in Leeds the other day, Bradford, an area like Bradford, which is very Asian populated. It's on lockdown. Places in Leicester that are on lockdown are all Asian and black communities. So, actually, the conspiracy is they're just locking down black people.
Facts. A whole new slavery again.
I believe about there's some, for me, there's some underplay, under games behind everything, yeah. Because I'm from Italy, basically, from Milan, yeah. I just make music with them, but the thing is that in Italy, right now, the situation is you can do whatever you want, the clubs are open, and how that was possible, you got me, that was the first place where Corona got spread, so from there you got me, there's something there, there's nothing like, right now DJs, yeah, right now, I got even three gigs in Italy, yeah, and there's not even allow me, like the country here not allow me to go there. It's impossible. Like you got me there, you go there and DJ, you come back.
Yeah.
When here we are in quarantine still, because this is quarantine.
I
Even
feel
if
like
you're
it was
going
food
out,
by money.
you have a bit of contact with people. So I don't even know if you understand a bit, because my English is not very good, but
definitely understand.
Yeah.
so, and for the economy, it's a kick, it's a good kick and a bad kick, because if you think about it, yeah, before maybe it was buying maximum 1 box of pasta, something, and we see during the week up and down. Right now, the first thing you do is make sure you have food, because you don't know tomorrow what's gonna happen. You're gonna make sure you have all your rent, your bills, everything is gonna make sure, you know, you can't mess around with this right now, because you're gonna face it anytime, you know, because nothing is sure. Before, if something was sure, yeah, that you can do, you can go there work, you know.
Personally, I don't feel like Corona. I don't know anyone that's died from Corona. Innit? I'm not trying to be ignorant and say that no one has, but it just looks like a money thing to me. It looks purely fueled by money. I don't know how the world would have done it all together, but it just looks like a money situation to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to start straight with 3 questions. First question is Corona. How has Corona affected you, and what do you think about Corona?
Cancelled our GCSEs. Yeah, that's a bad thing because like I didn't have the opportunity to as well as I could have. They're just gonna give me grades that they think I deserve, but I know I deserve better than what they're gonna give me.
Yeah, I play ice hockey, so obviously it's disrupted that for me, and it was like a big factor in my mental health and keeping myself happy. So that's been taken away from me. And also I was planning to go see my family in Greece, so I got that, and also that's quite sad. And it's affected so many people around the world, and it's just saddening. So.
Do you understand Corona, what's going on? Because I mean, like, I see you lot with the mask, I've got my mask as well, but if you just look over there, there's a bear garden, people are drinking and eating food and no one's got their masks on, so people are serving food with no masks. I mean, some people wear masks, some people don't. How does that make you feel?
I don't know, it's just kind of weird because like the government themselves will say wear masks, but they will wear them themselves, and it's just like hypocritical. Like, how are you going to tell people to wear masks here and in their cars and in their homes when you don't do it yourself? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's very contradicting, like all of the people who the rules are putting out, they're changing it all the time. You can't do this, you can't do that, or no, you can do this and that. But you know, you can't do like normal things, like I can't go play sports because of Corona, but people can go sit in that pub, like you said, no mask, nothing. And it's quite saddening, to be honest. I don't think everything should be opening up as soon as it should. And I know about, you know, the economy, it needs to get back up there. So it's just unbelievable.
So again, we've met someone in the community that we can actually speak to, that's going to give us his opinion and his factual beliefs. So I'm going to let him take it from here as I ask the 3 questions. First of all, what's your name, sir?
Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Yeah, you too.
I'm Halo, by the way. This is Tika. Shout out Wince, that's not here. So first of all is Corona. How do you feel about Corona?
How do I feel about it? Boy, that's a question I've not got enough time to answer. For me, there's something there. There's a virus, there's an infection. But I don't believe the framework that the government spinning on this. I believe it's a nefarious agenda. Whatever you want to call it, minority, 1%. I believe there's an agenda behind this. I live in Australia, and the control mechanism is very similar to here. And we've only had, I think 208 deaths up until today. And yeah, don't get me wrong, you know, concerned about people dying, but people die every day, it's part of life. And there's a lot of information out there if you're seeking alternative media, but you know, media call it conspiracy, really just popping holes in this narrative.
How does it affect you?
It affects me, or potentially affects me, with gotta wear this thing supposedly. If I don't, you know, get castigated, get looked at. So there's social shaming out there, what I don't like, and I don't want to have to respond to that.
See, I think it's crazy that people mask up on the roads, go into restaurants, pubs, clubs, take their mask off because they need to drink and eat, and then come back out onto the road and put their mask back on again. Even beer gardens are open and no one's got masks on, so what's the point?
You can't come in your garden with more than 2 people.
But you can go to the pub
and the restaurant. So mixed messages. I just use my common sense.
Okay.
That's all you gotta do. Use your common sense.
For me, I don't want any messages.
Because Boris says, well, it's nothing. They'd say no.
And serious Sheikh, that mixed messaging, I don't want any messages from the government.
Yeah.
We're grown people, we're not at school, we don't need a headmaster, we don't need, you know...
But they're telling us something and they're doing the opposite. They're telling us keep the law, keep the distance, and their man, Dominic Cummings, wrote the law, he just wrote it up, we won't talk about it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Full stop. But anybody else, it's a big thing, you got to get fined, you got to get this. You know, I just say to people, use your common sense.
I think it's a government implementing thing, man, because if you look at most of the police officers, yeah, you don't see most of them wearing masks, and yeah, well, they tell us to wear masks, but I don't see them wearing masks, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I think it's fake, because president trying to, not president,
Prime Minister, yeah, we know.
yeah, trying to kill us off. I'm trying to kill the old people off and trying to get, because you have to pay the pensions, you know, and just kill them off so they don't have to pay that extra money.
My name's G. My name's Taylor.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Taylor. Nice to meet you.
So, I'm about to ask him the 3 questions to get his opinion. So far, we've met up with bus drivers, police officers, and shop members who all say that they can't give an opinion. We have to go through Loxley House and speak to the government before they're allowed to talk or give their opinion. My brother here, however, he's going to give me his opinion on the subjects as I ask him the 3 questions. So I want to first start with, what do you think about Corona right now?
Corona is affect many people, like myself or my people. So I'm a security officer anyway, you know, I work. And my missus work as well, but recently it's impact on me and my children and my family and the community as well. Because recently lockdown, the school, the children, they can go to playground, I mean they cannot go to certain activities because of the lockdown, rules and regulations, they cannot be safe and what as well. But definitely, for safety, I think I respect the government side of what they agree about the protest, but recently it's not helping, my opinion. Because if you look restaurant, people are mixing, social distances, and it's affecting. But I believe in what needs to happen, it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
So with the Corona, real quickly, I mean, like you said, kids can't go to school, it's not this, it's not that, but they say to be careful, but they've got beer gardens open.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to go into pubs and restaurants and eat and drink. No mask on, so...
I disagree with that.
How do you feel that?
No, I disagree with that. I think it's about gambling. The government is doing gambling because they are thinking about themselves. But you know what I mean? Their own interests. But they are not thinking about the community, the people they put into that position. You understand? Because by the time the kids have to come first, as far as they say that the kids have to come first, you know what I mean? They have to put the family, have to put their kids on. But really, if you open this, go to school, and then you open the garden centers, and I mean, no matter what certain people are, I disagree with that, brother. You know what I mean? Because school is important. That's it's the education of the kid. It's the life of the kid. You understand? So the kids, most of their things, the government need to consider that. You understand? And the community. You understand? But not thinking about themselves. That's my opinion about that.
You're working with Moorlionz. I run an organisation myself called Men's. I want to find out, how do you first feel about Corona?
I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it is. You slowly see like the numbers going up, you don't expect it to hit you, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're in lockdown until then.
It's a little volume, but it is what it is. We've got to get through it.
Well, they told you to put a mask on, put sanitizer in your hand, stay 2 meters apart and whatnot. But when you go into city centre, go past pubs and things like that, even the students, they've got clubs open, they do raving, so how come some of us have to go through this lockdown thing and some of them can be out there partying and what's going on here? Like, kind of
I feel like we've all been given the same rule, chunk of God, chunk of God.
It doesn't bother me having a mask on. If they said it's going to help, then you might as well. It's not like having like
Facts. We've just stopped here, get some food. I've never known this place to be here. Find out it's been open for about 2 years now, which we want to make sure we shout out and promote, because a lot more black businesses need to be out there. So well done to yourselves and your family and people putting this together, Queen. I'm Halo. This is Tico. We work alongside an organisation called Moorlionz. I've also got my own organisation called Men's. And Tico is a licensed cameraman doing his thing, teaches as well. The three questions I'm going to be asking, I'm going to start with Corona. What's Corona meant to you? How it's affected you?
Well, first of all, obviously, since Corona, I've been out of a job, no income. I wasn't furloughed because I was part-time, because I was a student. So yeah, it was difficult there. I'm not living at home, so you know, trying to find the funds to survive, eat, pay, you know, yeah, living expenses. So it was difficult, but then my boss was really generous, you know, and they provided opportunities outside of here to be able to survive. So yeah, it was quite difficult, but I'm here, still alive, doing well.
Black Lives Matter.
Where do you stand with that?
Do you know what it is? The beginning of Black Lives Matter was perfect, you get me? But now, yeah, I can't lie, what I'm saying is not right. In the sense that people are saying Black Lives Matter forever, you get me? Black Lives Matter until the day I die. But it needs, the point of Black Lives Matter is so that we can stop saying Black Lives Matter.
We shouldn't have to say Black Lives Matter.
My life, yeah, I shouldn't have to spend my whole life saying Black Lives Matter. But you see people, they're trying to say it forever. And it's little things that people do, that's what people don't get, it's subliminal. Stuff that happens so subliminally. And you don't even realize, when you say Black Lives Matter forever, that means you're going to be oppressed forever. Exactly. That's what they want. That's what they want for us. There needs to be a point where we stop saying Black Lives Matter.
Not only are these men smart, but these men are way too drippy right now. You need to make sure you don't focus the lens. Mad out here.
But nah, do you know what it is? Like, for Black Lives Matter, yeah, I'm really passionate about that, and it's a thing where for me, yeah, if it's something that's still a thing in 20 years, we failed, man. Get me? Why should I have to tell you my life matters? Why should I have to explain to you that my life is important because I'm worried about dying? I see videos of kids that are hiding from police because they don't know what comes tomorrow, but that's supposed to be the people that are protecting our society. And I feel like it's a situation where, like, I don't know, man, I just feel like we need to come together as a society, man. Like, there's no reason why I should see myself differently to another white person walking on the road. I should feel safe as him, you feel me? And there's no reason for me to say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is something we need to push to end, you feel me? It's a good thing that we're doing now, but it needs to be something that needs to be pushed to end.
And at the end of the day, it's like another slogan.
You get me?
It's a slogan, I don't know. Like, who's that? Kenny West was saying last time. What's Kenny West was saying? About was already slave, 400 years of slave. Yeah? What about Christianity, Jesus? Yeah, because everybody, the faith. I don't want to get. You got me inside. I don't want to get.
What do you think about Black Lives?
I love it. Like people speaking up and actually learning about the matters that people are going through every day. I think that's really important that they're learning about it.
Yeah, same. I support the movement. Like, I went to the protest. It was so amazing to see that many people there for such a good cause. And I really hope that it continues to make change in the community here, all across the world.
I feel like it's never gonna change. People, they're just too childish to see that we're all equal. Skin colour or not, you're human, I'm human, nothing's gonna change. People are just too petty and racist at the end of the day. Serious, man.
Racism will never change. It's always been here, and people believe like, oh, we're just bringing it out for any occasion, but at the end of the day, it's just when people specifically racially profile someone. A majority of the time, it is black people, and everyone seems to think, oh, all that matter. Yeah, they do, but when black lives especially are being taken and or treated incorrectly, it's wrong.
Right, so last week a black youth tried to stab my kid outside my house. Police ain't done nothing about it, yeah? So until our black youth start making their own lives matter, our lives don't matter to anyone else, I'm sorry. So yes, this is Black Lives Matter. I do have a massive opinion on the fact that we need to actually know where our kids are. We need to sort our own young black kids before we decide that other people should respect it as a culture. I'm afraid that's my opinion. We do matter obviously, but we're not getting anywhere because we're not even looking after our own. So
conversation to be had, especially here in the UK. I mean, I haven't been living here long enough to, because I'm from Jamaica, so I haven't been living here long enough to experience any sort of, I mean, 7 years, it's a long time, but personally I haven't experienced any sort of, racism or discrimination as yet. But it is an important topic that needs to be held amongst ourselves, our community.
I don't think it's going to change, but I hope it does. Because the police, them are going too bad. All the land now them put them in a man's shoot. They never did that before. You know what I mean? America, them are follow. I don't believe in that. They're just sheeps. Follow one another. You know? And they expect us to do this here, and we can't do it. Because we have lots of history where we can look at and say, no man, you can't tell us this. We've been there, we've done it. You get me? Yeah man.
What do you think about Black Lives Matter? You don't see the point?
Yeah, they were mentioning it. It was all going to go back to normal. Like no one cared. Just in the beginning, so there's no point.
I feel that. I feel like, me personally, do you know that Black Lives Matter is an organisation run by a white man? Yeah, see, it was never going to go anywhere when you have an organisation run by a white man. He's just there for the funding. We need to help ourselves.
I think it's been going on for a long time. Well, people hopping, I think it's like a trend. It's not a trend. Just like 2 weeks doing, or hashtag Black Lives Matter, or push a blank picture. It doesn't mean anything. We need to actually get out of there and make a change.
Know enough about Black Lives Matter. I'm a man that every life matters, every soul matters.
Well, true.
My foundation is in Jesus Christ, and that's it. So, in itself, that's going to be, there's opposition towards that because I'm a fundamentalist. My belief of the power of God. So, Black Lives Matter.
All life matters.
What are we doing for the man on the street? I don't know. Is it a corporation? Is it an entity? Where's the framework to this? And we're looking. There's been frameworks from time. What have they ever done for the man in St. Anne's, Radford, to change his mindset? So this is the thing that for me, I'm a parent. I got 2 boys. I'm the one to teach them, not an initiative. I'm the one to let them know their history. But as for me, as I said, I live in New Zealand and Australia. And this might sound strange. I don't live there and flex there as a black man. I'm just a man. I don't go into any situation, job interview and think, well, I might not get this because I'm black or Australians are racist. I'm just a man and I present on my merits. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that same mindset stopped many of my brethren. I've only had white people visit me in Australia and New Zealand. You get me in 20 years. Because some man don't want to travel or say, oh, this and that. So it's a mindset thing.
Yeah, facts.
When we're strong. Facts. And we can do all things.
How do you feel about Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter, my brother. It's been a long time. I've been fighting about this Black Lives Matter. Like I said, my own opinion, I think this has to start from the foundation. The foundation, which is called Africa, have to start from there. We have to learn through the roots. You understand? That's my opinion. I don't think about. People have different opinions, but my opinion is it has to start from Africa. And people, they are living about black. They are living in Europe, and they are living like Caribbeans, my other brothers, and the other, they are living in the United States and Europe in general, and the brother. We have to come together. We have to build a community. Come together. Because if you, I'm not been saying about racism and other stuff like that. It is. You have to racism feel in your heart. What I think. If you don't like people, you can say about so many stuff if you don't like. Especially when you're upset. But we're talking about Black Lives Matter here. Okay, Black Lives Matter. But I think we have to we the black people have to come together. Strong and then feel kind of like a community, helping each other. We sort of these people are not criminals. But when they think about most black, they think they are all criminals. They are not criminals. Somebody got dreadlocks, they think they are judge. They think that they are criminals, they are guns, they are drugs. No. If you don't want me to sell stuff, help me. If you want me to build something, help me. I build them articles. Give me the tools, I build it. But if you don't want to show me how to build that tool, what can I do, brother? If you don't want to help me, what can I do?
Struggle.
You have to struggle. So help me something. Don't judge. If you do me something, You understand? If you do me something, you build me something, or maybe you give me a tool to build something, I build it. But I'm not gonna go and steal. I'm not gonna do shoplifting. I'm not gonna do many stuff. But if you show me things, what did he say? Brother, it's going to happen, you know. Believe me, this is going to be growing. I don't know, our grandchildren, maybe they can become united. Of course. You understand? But if you see most of black people here, our sisters, when they say hi, they just ignore them. Otherwise, we're all the same. That shouldn't be. You understand? Yeah? We should come together and love together so these people look. We are not bad people. We are all together. We are all humans.
So love.
You understand? We so love. Let's work together. Let's make economy. Let's move country. Let's move country. And one thing I'm going to tell about my African brothers, my African family, you understand? Let's help people, you know, that in Europe. The president, especially African president, let them stop corruption. Let them build this stuff and consider people about their own people. And then all this black people succeed. All our dreams will come succeed. You have to start from, like I said, you have to start from the roots. You understand? The people have to come together and we show these people that we are one. You understand? Because even if we do black matter, these people, they don't still respect us. We have to come together, brother. We have to come united. And we come and show different things. We say, look, we can do this, we can do this, and we'll rise up with you. You understand? So that's my opinion when it comes for black matters. And I'm there for black matters, brother. We are family. You understand? May God succeed on all this opinion, my brother, man. And the good thing you people are doing, may God bless you. Success. You know what I mean? Because whatever you people doing, they are all doing to help us, to bring us together. You know what I mean? To bring Black Lives Matter so that they
guys are going over there, so Zimbabwe Lives Matter. There's a lot of brutality going on, a lot of police brutality. We've been under slave for 40 years. Nothing has changed. Something needs to change. So I want to throw that out there as well. It doesn't just happen in England, in America. It happens in Africa too. We need change, man. Like, period. I just want to say that as well.
If you realize what people do, yeah, it's actually so messed up. All lives matter, yeah, until it's little immigrant children in concentration camps in America. All lives matter until it's Muslims in Asia. All lives matter until it's Zimbabwe, fam. All lives matter until it's not their lives. You get me? The thing is, what they say, they contradict themselves. For us, when we say Black Lives Matter, we're not saying Black Lives only matter. We're saying no lives matter until we count. We have to count because we're still here.
There's an uneven balance.
There's an uneven balance.
A very uneven balance.
From the beginning, that came out as a point of power for us to say that we stand there queue.
Exactly.
It's not a point for say we over better something like no. We're all the same. You know? That's what you have to clock. You know that. So if you want to play games about Soul City to move maybe your politics, whatever you want. To move your business, underground things, you can do it. But honestly speaking, yeah, don't use that. A target racist, yeah, like I got it racist. So don't use a tag for promote yourself. You know, just we already overpassed this stuff of.
It's 2020.
2020, you know, like of racism,
like
of everything. So right now, the most important is to focus here on getting back on our feet. But we all the same. So as you stand on 2 feet, I stand on 2 feet. Even if I get 1 feet, yeah, we stand the same. That's the most
2020 now. What I've realized is that when it comes to race, I don't think anything's gonna change for me. It is what it's set in stone now. Because we just see each other too differently now. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's ever gonna change. I feel like
it's even we do it to ourselves sometimes. The fact that in music we still say the N-word and they can't say it, it makes them feel some type of way. It will always make them feel some type of way.
They will never like that.
There's a border like that. There's something that we
that
can
stops
do,
us.
but you can't do because you know what it means to us. You get me?
There's too many scars.
It will never stop. There's too many scars on both sides.
Not even both sides.
Not even on our side. With them, yeah.
You guys say
there's scars and they're salty because we came back and we're still doing our thing.
Exactly.
They put us in a country that isn't ours. They even went to Jamaica.
It's like having a business in it.
And brought them here, and we still did what we could to prosper.
It's like having two businesses. You see somebody that's not doing nothing, and you've worked your hardest to do something in it, and that person all of a sudden has now got somewhere, and you still haven't. You're not gonna be happy about that. It's bitterness. You feel me? They're not gonna like that. We're not gonna tolerate the fact that we're gonna be seen as underneath. You feel me? Us, we come as who we are in it. I sack my pants sometimes, I got a do-rag on, but that's me. You get me? That's my culture. And I'm not gonna change it for anybody else.
That's not gonna stop us from being millionaires.
Exactly.
That's you got me, that's the mean you're doing something mad, yeah? Because if you wouldn't do that, I don't know what people think. Yeah? We're just making music, you know?
Exactly.
So, but when you make music, you even have to, I don't know how to say, express, even in real life, because I'm not gonna say that I'm doing a lot of the stuff that the people think, but I can say that I see most of this. So that is represent. But that's no mean that we are a movement.
We good boys, man. We ain't killers, we ain't drug dealers, we ain't shooters, we ain't nothing.
So let me ask you.
Street education is where I started, me and my brothers. Street education, gotta shout out all the black mothers. Street education is where I started, me and my sisters. Street education, gotta shout out all the black fathers.